is ascension. Lift up to a new dimension. This is ascension.
We're here with Quinton. Quinton is 6 weeks out from the Romania Pro Show. So we're gonna take you guys to a back workout today. A lot of these movements I've been incorporating in my workouts. I'm sticking to them. I'm trying to get really good at them, trying to get stronger at them, improve upon them each week. Some of these movements, Ben Pekulski sort of tweaked a couple of videos back, you guys probably saw. So I'm getting really connected to these workouts. I'm gonna show Quinton some of these exercises. Yeah, so let's get to it. Is elbows. So drive with the elbows, don't pull with the arms. And you're protracting. So protracting means this, you're pushing, right? Protracting away. Your elbows are going to be in front of you the whole time. Now the lats, we're trying to warm up the lower lats on this, so you can only go so far. Everyone's flexibility is different. So if you externally rotate your arms up, protract, I can only go to about right here, and it's on the lat. If I go up any higher, well, protracting, what happens? All of a sudden my elbows start going out, and now it's going to the teres. So because we're working just lat here, warming it up, we want to stay in that range, so we don't need to overstretch. If we're gonna drive that elbow up and everyone goes back here, it's just pulling on your shoulder, pulling on your teres, so it's lat focused movement. So you can kind of float on the seat too. We're not gonna go very heavy. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not in the correct spot, just kind of float up on a little bit and go wide base on it, just so you can kind of find that right spot. I like to hold underhand, my arms kind of fit this. Not everyone's do. I did these with, I showed Antoine last week. He preferred just to do this, like this. I just pull over. But me, I do this, grab it with my fingers. So I'm protracting. Right here is the sweet spot for me anymore, and I'm gonna put it in my teres. I'm just gonna pull around, chest high, pull in, lower lats. And even when I'm on the negative portion, I'm letting it pull towards the mirror. Stretch that lat. As I'm pulling in, I'm lifting chest. Driving with the elbows. And these are just warm-up sets. We're not taking it anywhere close to failure. Do 3 or 4 feel sets. Those lats warmed up. Yeah, I've been recording in my phone each week the workouts just so I can sort of gauge my progress, just because I have a hard time remembering now. So last week on this exercise, I went up to 245s per side, and I got 10 reps. So this week I'll try and increase the intensity a little bit on that. So we'll do a bunch of feel sets though, working our way up to that. Stretch the lat, right there, yep. Perfect. That's it. Good. Good. Nowhere close to failure, just warming it up. Pullovers are a great movement to start a back workout with because it's isolating the lats and you're really not using any other muscles, so you're not using your arms. You can really isolate the lat and stay away from the teres. So it's definitely a good movement to start with or to finish with, because at the end of the workout sometimes your arms are fatigued, so if you throw them in at the end, your back still has more in it and your arms are fatigued, it's a way to isolate the lats with no arm no arm involvement. It's 3 feel sets, primer sets, whatever kind of sets you want to call them. Nowhere close to failure. Now we're going to put our maximum weight on and try and go for 10 plus reps here. Yeah, last week I got 10, so I think I'll probably be able to do 11 reps this week. My strength has been going up each week, which is pretty awesome. So I was doing pullovers wrong since the beginning. So since Ben showed me these cues, it's helped out big time. It's now one of my favorite exercises. was something that always irritated my shoulder. So doing it this way takes the shoulders completely out of the movement, and it feels great. I need a couple force just at the bottom, just like from here, get it in, and then let me control the negative. I hate when you get a spot for someone, and then they help you on the negative. You're like, dude, the muscle's so much stronger through the negative portion. You know what I mean? It's like, I got it.
I've never had that.
Oh yeah, some people have like resisted me on the negative. I'm like, what are you doing? They're helping me on the negative. I'm like, no, I got it. Two more, and lots of control. One more. Good. Oh, that's good. 13. Well, 10. You helped me with 2 or 3. 2?
Like three. Yeah, but like the first one wasn't much better.
Yeah.
One. Good. Good. Right there, done. Come on. Sit. There. 6. Come on. Remember, all the way in. Let's control. Elbows. I got you. Come on. Let's control. Smooth. Squeeze. 1. 2 more. 2. Pull. One more like that. Pull control. I got you. Pull. Squeeze. Hold. Good. It's pretty exciting training Quinton. He's 6 weeks out. We started his prep like a lot earlier this year, like 20 weeks out. It's just been like a slow, diet, slowly bringing down the body weight, slowly increasing cardio. Got to a point where we got him in shape ahead of schedule. So now we're able to do a lot more higher calorie days, 2 or 3 days in a row, keep the metabolism really elevated. Because last year that was a major thing, working together. It was like energy output because of the high cardio going into the show. I really felt like with Quinton's body type, starting further out, because if he's doing a lot of cardio, it's for him, it affects his training. So this way we're able to keep the cardio a lot lower, make sure his training, his performance in the gym is, like the best possible, because I think that's one major thing that a lot of guys don't pay attention to. It's like their training performance, they go on such low calories, they're doing tons of cardio, and then they're going through the motions in the gym. And at the end of the day, we're bodybuilders. We're here to train hard. We're in the gym to build muscle. So I think we're going to see a big difference with the package he brings to stage this year. Retaining a lot more muscle. And his muscle just has a nice, fresh, clean, healthy look. Everything's full, everything's carved out, skin's thin, so it's exciting. We're focused on the lower lats, bracing our body against the pad. You go one leg forward, and when we're rowing, we're trying to keep shoulder compressed down, so we're keeping this down and rowing low. And as we get to this position here, we want to make sure chest is high, shoulders down, and coming around the body. We're not rowing like this. A lot of people row like this. What happens is when you're like this, it's a lot of upper back tears and rear delt. So we want to take it from here to here. Come around the body, right? Not here, like this, down. Something I've really struggled with, and that's why I lack the lower lats. So it's hard for me to make these corrections, but I've been enjoying it, and I still struggle with it. And externally rotating. Elbow's not here. Elbow is
in. It's not here, in. Drive it right into there. Push your body back with this arm. Yep. Chest up high. Compress the shoulder down. Yep. Come right back. Perfect. Relax it over. Back. Squeeze up. Good. Exactly. Up through the chest. Shoulder down. Wrap that shoulder. Down hard. Good. Good. I like to pull with that pinky. Really drive with that pinky. Never done this weight before. Keeping up with Beastwood here. New territory. Yeah, new territory. What do they call it? Uncharted waters? Is that a thing?
Yeah. There's a lot of things uncharted.
Yeah. I usually rest like before the working set. Well, those warm-ups, I usually rest like a minute and a half. To really make sure I'm ready, make sure I'm focused to put maximum intensity into that set. And depending on how the set goes, I want to make sure it's intense. I might ask Quinton to take a plate off. Anything to just, make sure I'm getting the most possible out of that set. Yeah, I don't even know what to call this style of training. I mean, some people call it progressive overload, but it's kind of like my own twist. Kind of like, just the primer sets. It's a little bit of HIT, I guess, like Dorian Yates style of training back in the day. Because Dorian, the way he trained, it was like a lot of people when they do progressive overload, their form breaks down and they're like doing forced reps and they're just doing whatever they can to beat a number, where I prefer to keep the form really strict to prevent any type of injury, which is more so like Dorian Yates. When you looked at him and he brought to failure, he never broke form. It was like the first rep was almost as good as the last rep. He wasn't throwing shoulders into it. He wasn't throwing other body parts into it. So, and I'm not so focused on the number. I'm not like, hey, every week I got to get stronger and stronger and stronger. I'll use other methods, whether it's rest pause, drop set, whatever it is, just to, create intensity. Maybe you do one arm, and we'll do the other arm. Good. Lock in. Boom. Good. Chest high. Remember, pop that chest at the top. As you're rowing in, pop, yes. Pop that chest. Get that arc. Yes. Come on. Good. Come on. Good. Protract, stretch, squeeze. Come on. Come on. Yes. Good. 2 more. Good. Make them really strict. I got you. Yes. One more, and I got you. Strict. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold. Keep going. Really squeeze these hard. Squeeze them hard. Good. Chest. Pull that chest high into it. Good. Yes. Good job. You got it. You got it. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good, man. You're working. Chest high, squeeze, shoulder down. It's a work set. It was a 4-minute work set. Did you feel that adjustment though? Like down and like, you know what I mean? It really gets at the fire.
Yeah, harder to do on my right.
Yeah, I noticed that. The left was really fluid.
Yeah, it just stays down. The right just, every time I like readjust.
See, I'm already pushing up through my feet.
Yeah.
Kind of standing a bit. Shoulder down, elbow in. Yes. Good. Just 7 reps and we'll head. Okay. Should be nice and heavy. Come on. Extreme row. Chest supported. This is going to be lower lats, a little bit of upper mid back as well, depending where you have the placement set. But yeah, I really like this movement. Really keep the elbows in, pull back hard, get a really good contraction as you lift through it with the chest up. You know, working like the mid back rhomboids, so the high row, fills in the rhomboids and the trap. So when you see guys do like lat spreads, and there's a lot of thickness through the center, like if you look at Ronnie Coleman and do lat spread, the traps and rhomboids really thick, it really makes that pose look that much more better when you have thickness through the rhomboids.
Nice, come on. You got more. At least 2. Come on.
Oh, man.
It's lighter, at least 3 more. Let's go, bring it up.
Oh, got really hard.
Good set.
That was good. 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 Come on. Nice. Got lots. Come on. Stretch. Squeeze. Retract. Squeeze. 2. 1. Let's go. Good. Good job, man. Good job. Basically, same idea as when we did the pullover, right? You know, if we're gonna target the lower lat, we lift our arm up, retract, and we externally rotate. You know, I can only come to about right here with it staying on my lat. And then I can just lean back for a great angle. And I'm gonna stay in here and drive down. We don't wanna be doing this. That's gonna put it into the teres. We're trying to stick to lower lats today. So we're gonna try and get locked in on it and isolate that. So we'll find it right in front here, on the lat. We'll lean back and stay here. Rock down on it. I'm gonna focus on bringing that shoulder back like we've been doing the whole time. I'm gonna reach, retracting, get a stretch, pull down. Chest high. So hammer strength, isolateral row. We're holding the high version. Going to be pulling with the upper back, the rhomboids. So pretty much everything we've done today is, you know, elbows are down, coming in, lower lats, or now elbows are up. We're pulling through upper back, rhomboids. So when you're pulling, you're up and over it, but picture yourself pulling down and then back, chest high. So stretch, then pull through, chest high, and when you get back, hold it for like a 1-2. Squeeze everything together. Come back, squeeze. Downward force. Really let everything stretch and open up. Track, reach. Yes. As soon as you reach, everything will open up. One of the cues that I use on this, I put a lot of pressure in my feet. So when I'm rowing and I'm pulling through, I'm actually putting force through my feet and then rowing up through, chest high. These handles, I'm kind of forcing them down, back. So a lot of people when they get in here, I feel like they're just kind of loosey-goosey like this and just like rowing, and they might have a hard time getting that connection. So I always feel like foot placement on a lot of back exercises is very important. Come on, you got more. 2. Let's go. Nice. Oh, that was hard.
I barely touched it.
Really?
No, yeah. It just, yeah. It's funny because it makes such a huge difference.
I know. Some people, I forget who I was working out with recently, the legs. Oh, it was like Carlos and someone else. He was like, it's so funny. He's like, your form is pretty much the same from start to finish. Even like when I'm struggling, I feel like I'm struggling. But they're like, you look like you got way more in the tank. I think I'm just so careful to like break form. Workout is all done. Quinton's 6 weeks out. He's 270 pounds this morning. We're gonna go through his poses, take a look, see how things are going. other body parts was like pretty much his posterior chain, like his back and his hamstrings, his glutes. So he really spent the offseason working on those, and I feel like they're going to be a strong point for him this year. The quality, the separation, and the density he's going to have, I think his body's going to be very balanced, and I think it's going to be a great package. So I'm really excited to get to Romania and see all of Quinton's hard work on stage. I think he's going to be a very, very hard athlete to beat, and I think we'll see him at the Mr. Olympia in 2022. And yeah, I have big expectations for Quinton. I know he believes in himself, and I know he's capable of being amongst the best. If you guys don't follow Quinton, Quinton has a YouTube channel. Quinton has Instagram, all that stuff. We're gonna put all the links in the descriptions right here, so make sure you guys support him, follow his journey. He's documenting all his stuff on his YouTube leading into the show. I'm gonna be there in Romania as well. We're gonna be there together, so that's gonna be awesome. Guys, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It helps out a lot, big time. Guys, comment, let us know what you want to see. Appreciate all the support. Until next time.